City Skylines just came out. We've all had a chance to play it. First question on everybody's mind. City Skylines is a SimCity-like game. Came over. It's been on the PC. It's been ported to the Xbox One. First, let's get our overall thoughts. First impressions, Mr. McSpicy. First impressions, City Skylines.
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Okay.
I like these style of games. I mean, I've been playing kind of the SimCities for a while. My first one was, I think, on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Like where I could pull out Bowser and I could like stomp everywhere.
Yeah.
I like it. So I have a lot, I think, to talk about it, but overall kind of impressions. I'm enjoying the game. I feel it's a game that I started playing and then I blinked and it was 3 hours later. And it's one of those styles,
nice.
It's one of those.
You're a big Stardew Valley player.
Yes.
Did it suck you in the same way Stardew Valley sucked you in?
A little less. There's a little less magnetism there because Stardew Valley is very. At the end of the day, you wake up, or you have to sleep to save your game, and then you wake up and you want to see what happened. So it has that drive to, I guess,
the carrot on the stick.
Yeah, to keep me playing longer. This game, there are things that would, if they change some things, would be more like that for me.
Sure.
I don't have that drive as much. I feel like I can stop pretty much at any time.
Okay.
There is that I just want to get to the next
stage,
achievement stage. They call them
monuments.
Milestones.
They call them milestones. I want to get to this population. I want to get to this population. And that's why I played, I mean, I'm into the game, 3.5 hours now. So I played about 3.5 hours on this. But overall, I think it's a good game. Do you want me to go into kind of the things I think should be improved upon? Or
sure. Well, first let's go to Jordan and get his very initial first impressions. Cities Skylines. You've been excited about this game for a while. You got your hands on it. What are your initial thoughts and first impressions?
I like it.
All right, good job.
Yes. Now, is it what you thought? So you're very critical of SimCity, the latest SimCity.
Well,
as we all are. How does it compare to that?
Well, it works. So
that's
the difference.
Yes.
It works very well. No, I like it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. I feel like there's more customization in City Skylines than there was in the newest SimCity.
What do you mean by customization? Because I felt like some things were missing a little bit that maybe I just haven't unlocked yet. But
what did you feel was missing?
And so in SimCity, the most recent one that was broken,
the new one,
newest one, you could choose coal. You could depending on the map you were on. You had coal. You had different resources. The map had ore. Or you had that. I can't remember all the things, but you could
coal, science, according to stuff like technology. I mean,
according to that map, you could specialize the city. The most I found in this game is you could put your city, your sections into districts.
Yeah.
And then you could say this district is for farming, or this district is for ore or mining.
Yeah.
But those depend on the map, though. Your industrial districts, because you have to have, for farming, you have to have fertile ground, ideal for farming.
Yeah, so you got to look at the
and you
heat
check
maps
that in the
and
layers, and then for coal mining, same thing.
Yeah. I didn't. Okay, maybe that's where I was missing. So I have to.
In SimCity, it pops up at the beginning and says, "Hey, you should probably pick one of these specializations." This game, it doesn't pop up and tell you that, but you still.
That's still there.
Yeah, I mean, you still need industry to give people jobs, commercial to sell, what the industry makes.
But based on your map
like
and the sections of that map, bases where you can place, especially on the industry tab, those specialized districts.
It felt better in SimCities, in my opinion, because I would have to actually put a line going into that ore.
See.
Dig that, kind of thing, or oil, or whatever it was.
Sure.
This is just... you can tell it to do whatever you want.
If it's there in the ground, you can place
the thing building on it. Yeah.
Because I accidentally did because I had my industrial section of the city.
Yeah.
And I accidentally turned it into, I was just testing it. I want this to be, I guess, farming, for example. and it blew up all my buildings.
Yeah.
And then tractors appeared. So
Did you do it on fertile ground? Like looking at all the heat maps?
I did not know.
Not heat maps, the layer maps.
The info,
I thought
the
I
info.
went.
Yeah, if you go to the info maps, there's a huge list of everything.
I thought I
Like,
went through everything. I must have missed that because I was going back and reading everything.
It's on the Y menu.
yeah, where you hold down Y
and then you go
bottom
info,
right.
and then you go like all the way down. It shows,
I live in the info maps.
Yeah, it,
Yeah.
like colors the the
yeah,
area for
I
you,
went through
and,
that pretty extensively. I guess
like
I just
wind, for example, it shows where the heavy winds are, the
Yeah.
bad winds, and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So Mark liked it. Jordan liked
fun.
it.
It's very
Yeah,
fun.
I liked
I
it.
agree with you guys. I really liked it. I actually felt that it was a return. So we're comparing this to SimCity because we all bought SimCity, put in 80 hours each, and the game ended up being broken, and we're a little bit bitter because of that.
Yeah,
and so we've been waiting for the next big city builder, and we've been waiting for it on Xbox. City Skylines, what I find refreshing about City Skylines is it feels like it's back. It's taken all of the customization of the new age SimCity that was broken and melds it with the classic SimCity where it's back to basics. You got to run your water, you got to run your electricity.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
I really
actually.
like it. I
think it's actually more rewarding because if you have quite it, because I mean, in my city right now, I have quite the water system.
Yeah,
mine does too. That's
it's
important.
fantastic. Like
Yeah.
electricity, I still need to work on, and I got to adjust some things. But like, I feel more accomplished in this because like I had to lay the pipes.
Yeah.
Well, when you have civilizations, plumbing is pretty important.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at 1700s.
Just
you
look
know?
at my house.
So I mean, when like for example, SimCity, or the newest SimCity, it's all attached to the roads, which I did like, but now going back to like the original, where you have to run your own pipings, and that's one of the reasons I feel like it's more customizable. Like I can run my piping, I can run my electricity,
Yeah.
I can section off certain districts, I can set certain parameters within those districts, which I really like.
Yeah,
Like, for example, this
specialized
district does
tax
not get
incentives.
taxed.
Yeah.
This district can only walk can only do this and this and this, right? Like,
yeah, these guys don't get cars;
Yeah.
they get bikes.
this district
like
is
HOA,
my-
not HOA. Like
this
it's basically
district
HOAs,
is
right?
weed
Like,
friendly.
Yeah.
You made a weed friendly one,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
you? Yeah.
Great.
So and I just that there, like the
Okay.
pipes, the districts and stuff, I feel like it makes the city more, I don't know, personal?
Dynamic. It's a lot more dynamic.
Invested. I feel more invested in my city.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I really liked it. I felt like it's a nice merge of modern with the it has a very classic feel, and I really liked it because I loved SimCity
And it has
1,
that nice
SimCity 2, loved
soothing
those.
music.
yes, it does. So the big question,
Yeah.
since it comes from the computer, it's a port over to the Xbox One. How do you like it with the controller, Mr. McSpicy? Let's start with you.
I think it's totally fine.
Do you think they did a good job?
I think so. My beef isn't with the controller at all. Like they use a snapping system that makes things you can make straight roads.
Yeah.
I remember having a tough time in SimCity, even with a mouse and keyboard, with the making my road straight.
yeah.
When I first started the map, and I tested this out on several maps.
Because you like to use the grid system, don't you? So you need those straight roads.
I do.
Yeah.
You should see how optimal my
Yeah.
cities are. I am a very optimal kind of city builder. So I tested this on multiple maps, not all of them, but multiple ones. You have a highway going into your big square where you're going to originally start to build your town, and they're off. I don't know if you guys noticed, they're off a little bit.
Oh, okay.
On every one that I played.
I didn't notice that. No.
How I fixed that was with the grid system. I built this road. So here's the two highways going into the map.
Sure.
I built one road going across perpendicular right next to it, and then I built roads going into that, and then I have they're equal.
Oh,
Does
okay.
that make sense?
Yeah, it makes total sense.
So it made it so now I can do the grid system where as you're building your roads, it gives you lines to go by.
Yeah.
And I love those lines.
Yeah.
That the controller felt seamless at that point.
That's good. I think that's really important for a game that's so. I mean, it depends on having control of placement and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Jordan, did you find
especially with OCD people like me?
yeah. Did you find the same case? Were you happy with the controller, how it ports over?
Yeah, no, I don't think it was too, because I mean, even if you look at the computer, you can play the game with one hand. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just a mouse, and it's. I mean, I think the controls are fine. I have no problem with the controls at all. I
Yeah.
think it was ported
That's
over
good.
fine.
I think that's going to be everybody's big concern.
They put the wheel menu on your Y button, and then you just scroll left and right with the D-pad into your menus.
I agree. I did not have a. In
In
fact, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought it would take away from the experience not having a mouse and having an awkward controller with joysticks. You know, doing it that way.
Yeah.
It didn't take away from the experience at all. Like Mark said, I found it seamless.
Yeah, the problems that I thought I was going to run into, which I ran into in SimCity, like I previously mentioned, can be fixed by the grid system that's there.
Yeah.
So it's
Do
totally.
you have any curved roads? I like to throw a curved road in there every once in a while.
like in the middle of the map, so it's like
A roundabout.
Yeah,
a
around-
roundabout.
yeah.
There's
So
one
I,
out
just,
there.
I like to throw just like a curve in there.
it's
every
hard
once in a
to
while.
it's hard to build that in the initial stages.
Yeah.
You know, I like doing a grid system all the way out and then middle, and then it's
I
just.
kind of always start out with a curved road.
Yeah, you like
I
the-
go to the curve menu and I just curve it,
See, I can't do that. No, my brain won't
and
let
then
me.
and
at
then
the
from
beginning.
that point I have like different grids. Right?
I do
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah, along the coast and stuff. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'll tell
but-
you who gets my curved roads: the wealthy.
Yeah.
My wealthy areas get my curves.
Well, I love how you can discriminate in this game.
Oh, that's
like
one
I
of the best
appreciate
parts.
that. I really do. Like
I like having my
you live
slums.
in the slums. Yeah.
In the slums, I don't care about police as much. Maybe one dinky police department, you know.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So next, another concern coming from the PC, obviously, is going to be graphics. How do we feel the graphics are? Do they bother you? Do you like them? Were you impressed? Jordan, let's start with you.
Well, I mean, even on the PC, I don't think this game is like graphically intensive.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I think the graphics look fine.
Yeah.
I played on my big TV and then I played on my monitor. I think they look fine. I mean, I'm not.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah,
not
it's-
The
it's
Witcher
not
3.
complaining.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even on the PC. I mean, I don't think these graphics are like super intensive, but you don't need them to be. It's just I like the
It's
art
just-
style.
yeah.
I mean, it's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
You still can zoom in. I saw a fire that was going on, and I zoomed down to the fire trucks, and I just followed them driving to the fire. You know,
Now, have
and you
you
can see
na-
people walking out on the street and stuff.
have you named anyone in your cities or anything?
Yeah, because you
Follow
can name
people?
each of your people. Yeah.
No, I didn't-
I created myself, my own household, anyways.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for you. I have not. No,
That's
It's-
where I said all my like super nice stuff.
Yeah.
You
No,
know, like-
I so far I've just named the town Boobville.
Nice.
So graphics hold up, controllers great.
Yeah.
Let's go over things that we would change. What do you not like about this? What are your criticisms? Can I start with mine because I
Yeah.
have this one really bothers me.
Yeah.
You can do it on the PC, you cannot do it on the Xbox, and that is fast forward time.
Yeah.
I that in these types of games you need a fast forward time. Last night I found myself I just
Waiting.
needed to get money, so I hopped on the computer and just let the days roll by, and then went back to my controller and did that. But
It's like a set time for you can only pause it.
yeah, and I was reading, and a
Yeah.
lot of people said that when you went to fast forward, especially late game on the PC, if you didn't have the specs, it would really
Bog down.
it would really bog down, and there'd be frame rate issues and stuff. And so I wonder if
It's hardware.
they
That's
just weren't
limiting
able to
it.
do it on the consoles.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
probably
the Scorpio
That's-
will fix that, but I do think that is a benefit that
it's pretty
if
important
you
in
want
this
to
game.
if you want to enhance this game, you need that speed dial.
Yeah. Even if you can just up it one speed, because I mean, at first I thought it was good because it goes through the day. It takes like what 10 seconds for a day to go by.
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, it just defaults you to a fast speed, which I thought was cool,
Sure.
but it's really not that fast of a speed.
Other
you
than
know?
that, I really don't have anything that stuck out to me that I don't like about this game or that I would change. Just the speed that was very apparent to me. McSpicy, how about you? Anything that you would change? What don't you like?
Well, I think this is going to be patched. I
Okay.
think it's a problem. They normally have this with ports, anyways. Overwatch had this problem. I play on a computer monitor most of the time when I play my my games on my Xbox, and the text on my monitor is cut off.
Oh yeah, because of the
Oh,
borders.
'cause it's not-
Do they not
And-
have a borders option?
No, they don't have a borders option, and they rely on the monitor to do that.
Yeah.
Or TV. Mine does not have that option. So, and there's several people out in the world like me that
Yeah.
have the same problem. So a lot of the text is cut off.
Sure.
I moved it to my other TV, and it was just
Yeah,
fine.
it fits.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time, that gets patched, and with ports, most of the time, it's a port that has those issues. So I'm assuming that someday in the near future we'll get a patch.
So if you're playing on a monitor With what's your ratio?
Oh, it's just a 1080p monitor.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just the monitor itself. I don't know what
okay.
causes it, but it's a problem within.
Then just move to another monitor or a big TV until it gets patched. Is your recommendation?
They didn't plan for safe zones in that monitor. So what can you do?
Anything else that stood out to you that you did not like?
No, I think it's a fun game, and I believe it's a $40 game.
Yeah.
Perfect price point.
I think that's a price point. I wouldn't go past $40.
Sure.
I would obviously buy it for less, but I think it's worth $40.
Yeah.
I think it's a $40 game. So I like the colors, the green, blue, and yellow. They're nice and bright and pretty when you're zoning.
One thing I like the demand. The demand bars at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it helps.
In SimCity, those were hidden in menus always. But
And that's
these
right up
are
front.
right there, and I just stick with them, and that's how you make money. Jordan, anything that you would change? Any complaints? Criticisms?
No, the speed thing does bother me because I find myself just sitting there for like 5 minutes waiting.
That's where I do
know
my.
what I mean?
That's when I do my research.
And I'm just like, just waiting for more people
even
to move
if
in and
even
build their
if
houses. You know,
even if you could just speed it up 1.2 times.
I know,
Just
at this point,
something.
any speed would be any faster speed would be nice.
1.1 times. I would be happy with.
Yeah.
The other thing is I would have liked to have seen it launch with all the current expansions. I think it's launching with one current expansion,
The
which
dark
is like
one,
the
the nighttime
nightlife.
one,
But I mean that'll all come. That's not really a complaint. Just
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of this
that's
game, by the
more
way.
of me being impatient.
At night,
Yeah.
because everything's lit up, and this town looks so
city's
cool.
lit up, yeah.
It's hard to see things, so
Except for in my slums, I don't.
you don't get.
I don't run electricity.
No, I just like staring at my city at night, but you can't really develop at night because it's hard to see.
Yeah.
So I just enjoy the moment at night. That's where I put my controller down and go, "That's my city."
Yeah.
That's pretty.
When it's cool once you get like downtown or wherever you have it set up downtown built up, like the skyscrapers and stuff.
Yeah.
Because then it really lights up.
It really lights up.
Yeah.
So, City Skylines, buy or not to buy? Can you make that recommendation, Mr. McSpicy?
If you've ever enjoyed a game like SimCity, this is the SimCity of today. So I would say if you like SimCity style games, the building, the progressive growth of, you're making your zoning and stuff like that, absolutely. It's it's $40. I think that's a perfect price point. Yes, if you're new to it, I suggest watching videos, gameplay, and see if that's your cup of tea. But I say if you like it, yes. If not, check it out because it is a fun game in my opinion.
Yeah. Jordan.
Yeah, I think it's a definite buy. I mean, $40. I think that's a good price point. I really like it. It's a fun game. You know what this game is to me? This game, because SimCity really hurt me.
It
right?
scarred you.
It did. So this game,
the
to
relationship
me,
that messed you up.
Yeah, this
for
game to me, like
relationships.
it's like you have that girlfriend who just emotionally abuses you and beats you.
But
And
she's
then
hot.
Yeah,
but she's hot.
And
But
then
that's part of the abuse.
She keeps promising things, but then never
Never
delivers.
delivers.
And then you finally just have the courage to break up with her.
Yeah.
And then someone else comes along, and that's City Skylines, and they treat you right.
And that's the one you
everything-
can
They take
take
you to
home.
dinner. Yeah,
They're everything
they take.
you
They're
wanted.
nice. They take you to dinner. I mean, they're just this
When
game.
a new game comes out, they buy you Mountain
Yeah,
Dew
they
and
buy you-
licorice.
I mean,
yes.
that's what this game is
This
to me
game
because I
treated you
really
right.
was. I mean, SimCity really just burned you out because it was just broken. It didn't work. They kept promising fixes. It never came. I feel like the developers of this one, Paradox, I think they're excellent developers.
Yeah.
The game works.
Yeah.
There's not any like major bugs from what I found, right?
Yeah.
And it's fun. I mean, I just this game is excellent, I think, and it's
Yeah.
well worth the $40.
Overall, I agree as well. A must buy if you like sim builders. If you're worried about, well, I can get it on Steam for this price. Should I get it on the Xbox? Myself, I'm really enjoying it on the Xbox. I love, especially I've never had a city building game that I could just sit back on the couch, relax, and play. And they did a very good job of porting that over to the Xbox One. A must buy. All three of us. There you go. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and we hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like button below and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to check out more of our awesome videos. We are your #1 source for all things positive gaming. Check out our website at XoneBros.com. You can see the link in the show notes below. And remember, if you're not having fun gaming, you're not doing it right. We'll see you guys next time.